accounts.
Okay, so I just started the YouTube video. Unfortunately, I missed that whole part about what I was doing here. So what I'm going to try to do is trade this 15 second, 30-second scalp. Sorry. I'm going to try to trade this on two different time frames, on the 15 second over here and on the 30 second over here. And an entry on one becomes an entry on both. And since time is, fractal, if it wins on one, it'll win on both. But I get double the opportunity in the market. So that's interesting in itself. But then I've also got two separate Apex accounts up here. And when I see the entry on one, I'm going to buy or sell on both real quick and try to have the copy effect without the copier. So if anybody else has done this, let me know. I haven't seen it, and I don't know that it's going to work yet. I said I would try something kind of different, so that's pretty much it. If it works, it gets me out of having to try to maybe trade all these 50Ks, as I would be more than happy just trading a couple 150Ks. I'm already up 1,500 today on one. Could have easily been 2,500, but I'm just testing stuff, so I kind of gave one away. And yesterday I had an equally good day, so there's plenty of potential in the 150K. Alright, so waiting for, and I also was explaining that having the 30 second over here gives me a little better view of structure, and I can kind of zoom in on the 15 here, which if I was only looking at the 15, I'd have to be, spread out just a little bit more to get an idea of where I'm at overall in structure, where, what my targets are, or whatever. So no opportunity long or short on the 30 second. Nothing really here for the 15 second either. So we're just waiting. It's a really crappy day, and we probably shouldn't judge anything by the price action we've had the last couple days, especially today. I mean, I was saying that I didn't like those gaps in that price action, but I'm also on a lower time frame, so that's going to maybe impact that somewhat. If I was seeing that on the minute, it looked like London and Asia to me. Low volume, weird little bitty doji candles like this one right here. There's nothing there. Alright, so possible, if we go a little deeper, break this swing, I'm going to be set up for the 15 second. Nope. Okay, the 30 second does break. Does it come back though? I wanted to go long. Okay, so not going to get an opportunity on the 15. As soon as this one forms. There's still liquidity down there. This previous day is low. Okay, so this one is about to be done in 7 seconds. Has to come up quite a ways. Alright, so bam. Finger on the sell button. If it taps in on the 30 second, then I go short on both. And what we don't know is that the bracket orders are going to work properly. Yesterday, I'm not sure if it was me or if the system just is confused by what I'm trying to do, or I don't know. So first candle, probably not going to get this on the second candle. Dang, man. Well, still got my finger on the sell button because it's NQ. Still got 15 seconds. Four, three, nope, not gonna make it. Alright, so line everything back up. Wait for the next one. And that's fine. I mean, I'm more comfortable with the long right now. We've got volume coming down on the 5 minutes. So as long as it's dropping, there's no opportunity, no swings until we get up here or up here. So dang, that'd been a nice one to be in on. All right, so that's the push below lunch lows and AM session.
Jesus.
Yeah. So we're due for time to come up. Let's do it. Let's get the nice big. I would love to test this trailing stop, all the way up to AM highs at some point. That would be just amazing. Let me bust that on the first trade doing this. You won't be able to tell me nothing. I'll be like, holy cow. Oh, I don't know if this is scammy or not. I just got a DM that says, do you anyhow have 150 USD on Binance, and I'll send you 150 on PayPal. Binance doesn't somehow support my debit card. Huh.
That's scammy.
I've got $150 on USD for $300 on PayPal. Yeah, that's unexpected to see that, and somebody that's in that I've seen in the stream and is in here. So yeah, crypto scammy stuff. All right, so little baby swing, very baby swing right there, but no, for everybody, no. I was ready. I was gonna take that one tick for a value gap on this little baby swing. Yeah, we took. I mean, what do you think, Mason? That was a good sweep, right? I mean, or a good purge, good rate.
Yeah, so we've taken lunch buy side and sell side now.
Okay.
So drawing liquidity to me is New York kill zone low,
Which is
16,930.
69.30. Oh, for the sell side.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be the nearest drawing liquidity to me.
You're thinking it goes down before it goes up?
I mean, that's if until proven otherwise, that's the nearest drawing liquidity.
Yeah. Okay.
This could just dance around here, create a market structure, and go back up north. Who knows?
Right.
But
Well, I think it can go either way, so I'm going to look for, it can go up and pull back, and I can still get my win. That's the beauty of this. I mean, you really always, for the most part, it's a bigger range. I'm not just dealing with halves and halves now. I might be dealing with quarters as far as breaking up the range, um, something like that. Definitely will take one higher or lower than I would normally, long or short. Yama said, scam them back and tell them to send it first.
so there was a silver bullet trade, but you had to snap into it to be able to catch it. It was quick.
Silver bullet down.
Yeah.
On the 1 minute.
Yeah, there was a high on the 1 minute. Yeah. Came the 1 minute. It came at 2:01.
201. Yeah, I see it. So nothing there. There is a swing, but I'm not taking that. That's another one where this candle took the swing, not the body. Well, that's the one Crystal took and got a big win on. So if it's good enough for Crystal, it's good enough for me.
What are you saying? I heard my name.
I took this little bitty break of structure right here that was broke by a wick candle first, and then a body candle. So we'll see if I get punished for it. But you know,
What time?
just now I just took it on both. Okay, so we are recording profit on both. I just need to see the break even. I need to see it hit break even for me. Otherwise, I don't really learn anything from it, and potentially lose money. Or not money, but you know. There's a close below body, but not the wicks. Yeah, you want the body. So this body broke this swing. Even remember, Crystal, you had this wick that came up, and we were questioning because this candle then broke that structure, and it was a little bitty baby thing, just like this, exactly. This is the exact same trade that you got into up kind of high, and we were like, well, I don't know, I missed it, and you were having to point it out to us because it was so tiny. I think this is pretty much real similar to that.
Okay, but the difference I'm seeing here is that green candle you were pointing to as the previous swing. I'm not sure I would count that as a swing. I mean, maybe it is technically.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the one you took, though. It was just a barely like a one tick swing, and that's why we missed it. And then this candle here broke it, went back below it or above it, and then the big body candle came down that created the fair value gap. That's what I remember anyway. Come
I have to
on.
check because I don't remember now. It was a while
Yeah,
ago.
it
Let
was
me
it was,
see.
it was an hour ago. Where's the meme with the guy with the stick? Here I am on the. It's been a minute, and I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. This is just sideways. This is trash price action. Literally a minute. I think this is going to be. I don't know if I can ever go back now. You know, this has to work.
It was 2 ticks. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 ticks. Well, algorithmically, if we believe ICT, that was all part of the plan. And I feel good about the stop. I mean, um, it's high, but it covers what it needs to cover. All right, right here's maybe where we find out something. If it doesn't work, I have to pull my stop down manually. Come on down here. I don't even care about the money right now. I need to see if this process is going to be effective. I would have to be ready to pull my stop down on both of them, which would be and then I would have to be ready. All I'd really have to do is pull my stop down on both of them and then get ready to trail my, and now I'd have to move my other one to break even +6 also. So those are the first two things I'd have to worry about that are relatively time sensitive. That long-term target that I'd have to push up would be, later, and that'd be fine. Come on, give me this swing. Just punch down through there. No, not that punch, the other punch. It takes this and then it bounces back up. That's my hopium. Get all this out of the way. So yeah, I mean, that would not have materialized on the 30. And if, you know, if it turns out that most of them show up on the 15 and not the 30, then, you know, do the math on that, get rid of the complication, just stick with what works and get really good at it. It's probably be what I would do. But if I start catching some on the 30 that I would not have got on the 15, right? That, here we go. That changes, you know, changes everything. We need to go take this. Mr. Market Maker. Balanced price range coming up. Maybe. I love not having to think about anything during the trade. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I've never been so, you know, just chill with the trade going. Giving up some of the control, it gives up the responsibility for the results. And that's huge psychologically because I have nothing to feel bad about. Again, I've talked about that before. If there's nothing to feel bad about, then I don't have to overcorrect to try to make myself feel good again by acting irrationally, which is something I've encountered, you know, struggled with that. So being able to get in right here, break even. Bam! It did work. Oh, this is so on, man. This is so on. This is so on. Alright, so now if this one gets taken, stop loss comes down to 61.2 plus 2, 61.2. And then final target, I can move as I see fit because I'm trailing. Am I trailing? I don't think so.
No, your trailing is not working.
Okay, well I can do that. 55, I'm like at 5 points.
That was a good one.
I'm not at the same place. 54.7, 54.5. It doesn't need to be in the same place. It's very close. And then I'm going to be ready to probably cancel all. Well, I won't have to cancel all because when one gets canceled, the other gets canceled. All right, final take profit. This one is trailing. Look at it. This one's trailing. Oh my God, man. Stop. And that's all I got to do is just pull this down. So it didn't trail on one, so I need to go over my settings. Double check all of this. It's all active. All right, that's fine. I mean, I can work with this bigger than anything.
Kill zone low just got tapped into, so if you're gonna,
I'm just yeah. I got my break. There we go.
okay. I figured kill zone low was gonna be the
Yeah,
nearest
you
draw.
called that, man. You called that perfect. All right, looking for longs. You gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. That trade.
If you could just get your settings to match up where it trails properly on both of them, man,
Right,
it's
right, exactly. I mean, that was a holy cow. Now, $1,800 trade over the two accounts, up over 3,000. Yama, I don't know. It's too early to say. I was telling me and Kraken were talking. I said, well, it's too early to say Holy Grail, but you can definitely say Holy Cow. All right, so nothing of interest here. There's not going to be a swing broken. That's just That's too much. That is too much. Here yesterday, I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm trading the 15 second. And now, what's this lead to, Mason? Where are we going with this? I know. I mean, do we get down to
So,
the? Do we get to the 1 second somehow?
huh.
We're on a ridiculous trajectory. He's got a 5, but I bet somebody works it into a 1, something. 15 second will be the high time frame. Oh man. You know what though? It makes sense to me that the lower time frames are where you see the precision, right? The algorithmic nature of the market is all this is what we're seeing. People that are on higher time frames, we see it a little bit on the minute, and 5, we see things that we know are, but this is just really, really, really precise. This isn't random, and the investing world. I mean, I've got a friend that works for who just bought out who TD Ameritrade. Schwab bought out TD Ameritrade. He works for Schwab now, and I want to ask him. He's a trading guy, and that's what he does. And I want to know. I want to ask him sometimes. So, what do you guys think about the market? I want to see what they think. I mean, because they're never on anything under dailies, and maybe I don't know, hour, 4 hour. I don't really know, but I know they're not down here, and I know they don't see what we see. So I'm just curious. I don't know. Has anybody else heard anything from anybody that would be other than M7? Um, I don't know if they know it and can't admit it, or if they don't, are they clueless. I know he's very intrigued by what I'm doing because I started this a year and a half ago, and he's like, "Damn, yeah, that's impressive." So we got some potential swings. I think there's going to be times when the 15 second is going to offer a swing that the 30 doesn't, which would help. So
So
that was,
the silver bullet, the PM silver bullet today is a 1 minute version of exactly what you're doing here.
yeah, I think I see it on the
Yeah,
1401. No, wait, 1401
let me
candle,
turn this off and turn this on.
possibly.
So yeah, so you have a break of structure from the 1342 candle. Break of structure is on the 1359. It creates a 1 minute fair value gap. The next candle comes back in and touches 50% or 70% of that. So
Yep,
there's your tag in, and
1401.
then there's your drop.
Right. Yep.
So it's a fractal. It's a scalping fractal of
Right.
the 1 minute.
Yep. Yep. Boy, I don't want to go short, really. um,
Well, you can still go short. We still got London low, and you got the
yeah. Mm. So we've
nothing wrong
got
with it.
we've got a fair value gap right here on the 15. Oh, where's mine? That's the fair value gap. Well,
Just
now
because
this
it
one, this
tapped.
one, this one didn't break structure.
So just because it tapped New York kill zone low doesn't mean it's going to respect it and go back up to the north.
Oh, I know.
There's
Yeah.
still there's still liquidity below.
Oh, you know what? This one was a entry because that candle broke structure. So this fair value gap's valid if it comes back up. I'd like to catch one on the 30 that I missed on the 15. That would be interesting. But we need to come way back up from here. But I've got 30 seconds on this candle too, so I wonder if I could get. No, I wouldn't do that. Here would be. This would be the second fair value gap. So one. Yeah.
So it just tapped New York midnight open.
I really want to catch this long when it comes. I don't know though. I mean, well, I have to look at. I'm sure on daily, weekly, monthly, we're nowhere close to any kind of break of structure at all. So yeah, we're not even in any. I've got a good way to come down till we ever hit a daily fair value gap. But we're in all kinds of stuff on the other time frames. We're in a huge 4 hour. No, 1 hour fair value gap. We're busting through all the 1 hour fair value gaps. It just tapped, yeah, like he said, midnight open and a 15-minute fair value gap. Consequent encroachment, we wick through it, depending on what this candle does in 35 minutes. But so let's leave this swing right here. That would be beautiful. Leave that swing right there. Come down. Leave me a swing. That's all I want. You left a swing on both. If this candle closes, it's got 42 seconds on. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I'm looking at. Oh, yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. All right, so I've got swings on both. So when it does come up, I need to just get up in here somewhere unless it does something different. Milliseconds, here we come. Yeah, I'm clipping your comment about seems like Mark is retiring next year. I like putting stuff like that in the playbook in that little recognition tab. When you guys say something that's cool like that. Got it. All right, so swings. Here we go. Let's get a push. We can get a push on either and take it. If I have to choose, I'm going to take the 30-second and just keep my eye on the minute, obviously. If one of them, if I get fair value gaps on both, then I just look for one to hit. And that's my entry. That's quite a dump, isn't it? Wow. What time frame are you on, Mason?
15 minutes.
15. Okay, yeah, that's a serious dump.
Just looking at some other stuff.
You know, and it's Thursday too, right? Thursday, turnaround Thursday for you DR traders. No, it's Friday. My bad.
It's a Friday.
This could be maybe TGIF retracement back. If that's the high, we retrace back through the week for 20 or 30%. Can you fib that maybe? Get the weekly range. Oh, did we fall that far in this week? Mason, someone needs to talk to you about overtrading. Oh, that's the that's the weekly time frame. So here's what Mason's doing. He's pulling the fib on the week. It's already retraced. Just with that move, it came back over 50%, didn't it?
Yep, you're sitting right. I mean, right at 50%.
Okay.
Of the weekly.
It could go back up and then end at 20 to 30%, right? It doesn't necessarily say it has to pull back just to 20 or 30%. It could come back more and then go up, and it would still count as a end product, TGIF. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. Okay. Yeah.
So that it doesn't help us much since it already, if we were to anticipate that, maybe we could have used it, but it didn't come to my mind until I saw it dump like that. So, no swings yet. Bam. Let's see this fair value gap right here. Nothing on the 32nd. No fair value gap. Oh, okay. But we've got a swing here. We've got a swing here. No swing on the 30 until we get down all the way to the low. So this would be my first opportunity at anything, this swing or that swing. So kind of anticipating which one might get, created first it kind of helps you get ready. Because for me, a lot of it is being in the right position to get this here as quick as possible. I want to use the GAN box, the levels if I can. But I also know that if it creates a fair value gap and it just punches through, I'm just probably going to enter. Because I know it would hit. If it's a small fair value gap and it's energy, I'm not going to probably fade that tick. So here's the fair value gap forming, not on the 30-second. This stupid thing. Alright, so in short on that tap. I can expand out a little bit. Got a first take profit, break even. Move this down, move this down. Take second one there. And out. $4 grand. $4 grand. That's it, man. Look at that. I think I didn't get a chance to really see the trail. I know the trail on at least one. I can get to where I can manually move this once I do it enough. It's not that complicated. Once, you know, if you just got to just quickly, you know, move it down to where you want it once it's running. Yeah, 2 days of trading. And yesterday could have been a lot better, and today could have been a lot better, honestly. I mean, this is, you know, mediocre execution at best, trying to kind of learn it and get a feel for what's going on. I like
London low just got swept.
Okay. So, you know, it's going to be hard. Normally it would be impossible for me to just long this because I know what the resistance is above me. But these pullbacks, right, just to come up here on this pullback and take some liquidity is 27 points, right, on this one. That's not out of the realm of, you know, possibility. In ES terms, that's, you know, not much. But it sounds like more points, but we're on NQ, so. Alright. That's a break of structure if it holds. Right? Quit doing that, damn it. Give me my fucking move, man. Excuse my French. Didn't break structure on the 30. Broke structure on this one. Finger on the buy button. One candle. Yeah, that's gonna run that way. Yep. Would have been nice, man. Would have been a great one, right? No opportunities. But it ran up here, took this stuff here. If we're going down, then, you know, we got plenty of room to come down. But no swings on either. So kind of stuck right here now. Yeah, under the circumstances, a lot of rules are going to get thrown out the window, I think. What we can and can't do. So hopefully this, either way I've got a swing. This one would be closer. So we'll kind of set up for that. If it goes the other way, we just have to go the other way. It's dropped so much that I'm not getting that same benefit of zoom for far to the left, but it is what it is. Okay, so no swing. Swing on the 32nd. Probably lines up with this swing right here. 37, 37, yeah. So it's the same swing on either. I think the 15-second is going to create smaller fair value gaps too. Or we'll create one when the 30 doesn't. Yeah. Okay, headed down that way. No. No, not right. Waiting patiently. I did lose $100 to drawdown somehow. It's just, it doesn't take much to, whip up and down and into profit and back. That's alright though. $100 would be, what percent of 5,000? 2? Got a swing here. Wouldn't mind it, creeping back up. Some nice buy side up there. It's a long way up there and it's quite a drop, and I like it when it meanders a little bit more and leaves better internal liquidity. It's there, but I guess the more there is, the better I feel about it. Hey, we got Mick in the house, man. Mick hit his first $1,000 day yesterday. Good job, Mick. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm recording it. It's going to be a long video, but hopefully, I might try to find somebody. There's been a couple people that have offered to help me with some video stuff or, different things. Just trying to be helpful, which I definitely appreciate. I might get with them and see if they can chop some of these videos up. Because I'm all about wanting it to be, 100% authentic. I didn't chop anything up and just show wins. I like to just show the whole video. But I know it's, nobody wants to sit through 3 hours of video, right? So, okay, we got swings broke on both. 15 seconds going to form the quickest. I need to be on my game right there. Ready to go long on the 15. Fair value got not created yet on the 30. And technically this isn't created yet either. So there it is. Finger on the buy button. 2 candles. Man, I don't want to go long right here. I don't want to go long right here. Yeah, it's really not, it's not pushing up into anything. It's creating fair value gaps like on the 15-minute. So we'll see. I may not have to worry about it. Sometimes it's refreshing for it to just run away and you're like, okay, didn't have to make that decision. And that's what's a beauty about this. All these painstaking decisions that we stress over and are struggling with and causing us anxiety are just gone real quick. There's not a lot of time for negative reflection, regret, self-loathing, all of that. You do your best to follow the rules. You get in, and then either you do get in, or just I'm on to the next setup now. I'm looking for swings, waiting for, and this didn't happen as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing, no emotional impact. I don't feel like I missed anything. I know there's a setup coming within the next minute, maybe 2. That's an incredible help psychologically to offset these little feelings like, oh, I missed that trade, I missed this. No, there's, how many do you want? So we got the swing up here. I feel like that stab at the bottom, it was kind of a 3 drive, right? I mean, this is a drive, this is a drive, this is a drive. We could be on the way back up, and it makes sense structure-wise, and because I'm leery of the longs because I know what we're coming up to as far as breakers, fair value gaps, inverted fair value gaps, everything above me that's going to want to push price back down. But I feel pretty good about this bottom. So it's not as clean though on the, I should probably look at an actual real time frame. Yeah, a good 3 drive on the minute too. easy 3, maybe 4, you know. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 drives at the bottom. So, all right, make sure I don't miss anything here. That fair value gap did break structure on the 30, right? Oh, but not 2 candles. Whew. Yeah, gotta remember that. That one would have had to come back here. But I might have missed that because I was so dialed in on the 15 second. I need to make sure I'm catching both of them. So I don't need a big 15 second. I need a little 15 second, or a big 15 second. There we go. All right, so 7 seconds. If this stops in the middle here, we'll have good swings on both sides of the 30 second. Yep. Swing here, swing here, swing here, swing here. So we can go either way right here. Okay, broke swing. No fair value gap. So nothing to the top side. Yeah, nothing to the top side. Nothing there, unfortunately. Got a small swing right here if it turns around. When it does turn around, that'll be mine. Oh, yeah, I know, Crystal. Um, I wasn't aiming for that. But it's, you know, it's there just in case, you know, a couple more of these. And what am I at now? Yeah, I'm at 4,000 on this first one. So I'm almost halfway there in 2 days to 9,000. I almost just accidentally passed another one. Crystal, quit accidentally passing evals. I mean, that's just gaudy, right? Some of us have to work for it, and we struggle. And she's like, "Oh, I gotta take my kid to school. Oh, I accidentally passed an eval. Doggone it."
Well, you know, I had to restart NinjaTrader because it locked up.
Oh no.
And I forgot to reset it to my sim account, and it was on an eval that I'd pretty much given up on. I had like $50 left on it because I was trying to go hard,
Right.
and I got a win. It hit all 3 targets, so I'm pretty good now.
You're pretty good now. Right on. Awesome. I think there's going to be all kinds of funny stories coming out about this. This is just so off the wall, but yeah, we're living in a good time for trading right now. And for those of us that are relatively new, you know, there's been people fighting this thing for 30 years, right? And, you know, I mean, they went their path and took them one direction. But if we're here right now and we've got access to stuff like this potentially, count your lucky stars. Yeah, it's right here in the current price action. I don't know. I mean, if you had a swing over here, and it busted through it, I'd take it. Yeah, I'd still take that as a break structure. That's typically, when we start looking for shorts, though, if it's a higher time frame level, I think you might want to take that into consideration. That's something we might want to add to the list of things to kind of look at. And honestly, I wouldn't even see them right now because I'm so dialed in on this. Like, here's a swing here, right? If it would have broke, maybe that would be a place to test that and see what would have happened. But the farther away the liquidity is, the longer term it is, and I think you're more poised for the reversal reaction instead of the push reaction. I don't know, but that's the kind of the mindset when you're looking for silver bullets and stuff. If this is a session high over here that gets taken, you want to long that on a fair value gap. I think that's where we need to use some discretion. But I'm literally doing it right here, I guess. If it comes down, because I'm targeting this, I'm thinking this is where it's reaching. So yeah, I guess it just depends. I wouldn't do it like on a daily high or something like that. Like earlier, I did it on a session high. Um, I was real high up in the range. That was, the only loss I had was one that was easily avoidable. So, not a swing. Nothing there. Pulling up into some resistance now. 15-minute fair value gap, 5-minute fair value gap, but bouncing out of a hour fair value gap. So yeah, I like knowing that, but it's not really going to factor into my thinking here. Is that hourly fair value gap is 28 points wide. It could easily dip up into it 6, 12 points. So um, we don't just assume it's always going to tap the fair value gap in reverse. Sometimes it plugs up in there ways. So I like just not having to think about that. And it seems counterintuitive to say, well, I'm not going to pay attention to those points of interest and breakers and things like that. But the small amount of movement that we're trying to get makes that possible. You only need 6 points and you're done. You won. You made money, and um, nothing bad can happen after that. So it's a 6 point game. That's all it is. Everything above that, everything else is bonus. You either get 6 points and whatever, or you lose what 18. Is that right? 6 points on each. No, 12 on each contract. You lose 36.
I don't know if you were watching my screen, but I drew out this because if I would have to take that long, my target would have been this breaker. So I was measuring out how many ticks it was away.
Yeah, Oscar, I agree. Um, you can trade less than an hour a day. But then again, like I said, I don't know. I've talked about it before. What is overtrading, right? Overtrading to me is when I start trying to get money back, or uh, yeah, I'm revenge trading. I'm taking less than ideal trades. Swing point right there broke. Potential fair value gap. No. So, as long as I'm taking an A plus setup, I think an A plus setup can come in the morning. I think it can come in the afternoon. I think it can come 5 minutes before close. If I'm just taking those all day and I happen to luck into 40 of them, what a great day, right? As long as I didn't compromise anything psychologically, and do myself any harm at all, I don't see it as over trading. I see it as me taking advantage of the most high probability setups that I'm going to get as often as they came around. So like every time you get a chance to take a bet and have 75% odds, when do you stop taking that? When is it a bad bet? It's never a bad bet, right? That's your one. That's the one you want. You're always going to take that because it's the highest odds for success. If you take 3 of those and you win them, do you stop taking that bet? Why? Right? It's the same odds. It doesn't matter how much you've already won or lost. You're playing the probabilities and the odds. And if the win rate on this is as high as it is so far, I'm, I don't know. I'd have to maybe really get gut punched and take like 4 in a row to say, okay, something's off today, or something. But as long as I'm hitting, lose, hit, lose, yeah, I'm having fun. And that's days I can take off now. I can meet my goals sooner. I don't want to limit myself to archaic thinking about, well, you took too many trades that day. There's people taking hundreds of trades a day and, absolutely slaughtering it because they're whatever they're doing. And I think it's some of this. I've seen them on, places, and I'm like, well, I can't imagine doing that. And, here I am. But they were like in the hundreds. They were taking these little half point, over and over and over and over. So, and making hundreds and thousands a day doing it. So, for them, what's over trading? That's your system. If you can do something that's this mechanical, and you're literally completely removed. If you just stick with the A+ stuff and don't fool around with what's discretionary, just follow those simple rules. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Closed already, half off at 5, closed full at around 12. So DK's making money right on. I love to see y'all posting your, your win rates and your, accomplishments. That just makes my day. Davis, 6932, welcome. I think you're probably new. Mark T, good seeing you. Papa Josh, Racky, T of Simon Yaman, Rashanto. Simon's always in here. He's in here sometimes even when he's not really in here. We've seen his account logged in for a while. Anders, what's up? Angela, Charlie, Guzzle Cry Hands, JD Rock. JJ is going to take us through some Ninja Trader tutorial stuff coming up. So, all right, break a structure on the 30. Wait, yeah. I don't know. Is that the fair value gap though? How does that work? There's two. You know what? I don't want to be wrong and do something stupid. That one didn't break structure. So the first fair value gap candle did not break structure. The second fair value gap candle did break structure. So I'm just going to wait on that one. It's not clean enough for me to make a good decision on it. And that's what I mean, there's no reason to push it. So, okay, it did. I don't know. There was the little fair value gap right there. First fair value gap. It did not. Well, technically, yeah. Yeah, discretionary. Too close for me to call like in a minute. And now I'm like, well, if I get in now, it's FOMO. So we'll just wait for the next one. If I would have got in at 77 to 83.5, 6-point winner right there if I would have taken it or been able to on this fair value gap. I saw this one break the structure here, and then I saw the little baby fair value. Why wouldn't that be one fair value gap? I mean, because you have the little overlap here, I guess, that makes it, yeah, that's a body coming into that. So yeah, it is 2 fair value gaps. So letter of the law says this was no trade unless it hit this fair value gap on two candles. Thursday, the 28th at 4 p.m. That should work fine for me. If you're wanting to learn Ninja Trader, we're going to have an event Thursday at 4 p.m. JJ is going to break it down for us. And if anybody else is really good with Ninja Trader, feel free to join in and we'll get your input as well. But sounds like he's got the goods. Blavsky, it's going really good. Up $4,000 today on a few trades, 7 or 8. Yeah, this is going to be the next best thing, I think. Mason, on something like this, I mean, how long does it take before you can say, "Hey, this is the real deal"? I'm trying to figure it out in my head. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but 3 straight days of just ridiculous results.
Um, Me personally, if you can do it for a year and be successful, then you know it's working.
Oh, a year. Okay. I don't know that I can wait that long to make a determination. I mean, before I know, you can say that about consistency as a trader, but as far as the strategy that you're using, at some point you're saying, okay, this is going to be my bread and butter. This is what I'm going to focus on. No need to look at anything else. You don't wait a year for that, right? As you're trying to, for
Oh,
someone
I
like
see. I
me,
see what
I'm
you're
trying
saying.
to find my groove and what I want to invest my time and resources in, study time and all of that. Because right now I'm split between Dave teaches FX, ICT, this, you know, little mix and mingle DR, whatever. Um, and there's nothing wrong with still incorporating that stuff or having it in my head, but I don't know that. How many more ICT videos do I watch after this? You know,
I agree with what Yorshan's saying. Do 100 trades, and if you feel like that it works after 100 trades, and you can adjust it for ever-changing market conditions, then good to go.
good to go. Yeah, and that's something we don't really, we've got very little long-term data on it. So, but it's encouraging that we're in such a, you know, this is the bad time, right? All we get is more volatility. All we get is more volume. Um, Maybe we go sideways more, but you know what? This is a good sideways model. You're going to get you're still going to get your 6 points. Yeah, that's true, Papa Josh. I don't know. If you lose, because of the trailing drawdown is not by the day on Apex, if I take 2 bad trades in a day, I could just as easily take 2 bad trades the next day and be done. I'm committed to, as long as I don't have to be emotionally attached to what I'm doing, every trade is an 88%, 85%, whatever, potential win. As long as I got my game down. Now, if I recognize that I'm having a bad day or I'm doing things that are, I'm getting in my own way, then yeah, maybe two, I'd say, this isn't it for me today. But if I'm just taking trades and feeling good and rocking out and having fun and they're just not hitting, I've done that before. And the last trade of the day uh, completely turned my day around. In fact, turned my week around when I was down. I was down 2 grand and ended up 4 grand on a couple trades at the end of the day. Granted, it was the fire move and I was in heavy, but it was there. So that's the trade I want to take. That's the one I believe in. Why pass on it because I'm down? Go get that money back. That's so bad. You guys should really only listen to about half of what I say sometimes. I think I just have fun and I'm not giving great advice. It's what I do sometimes, but it's what you shouldn't do. And I'm okay with it because I got to pay the bills. But I don't want to give anybody that mindset that, oh no, Mark said that works great. Find out what works for you. Blow some accounts. Figure out what days were bad, when you should have stopped. It's all going to come through experience. I told somebody today. I said the trick to the market is just outlasting the learning curve. Most people can't. They're either broke before it happens, or dejected, or give up, or and they never really learned it. There's a lot of frustration in trying to learn it and failing, but you got to embrace the failure. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be part of it. You're gonna fail huge. You should. This is the this is difficult shit. PhDs drop this every day. Like, you know what? I can't handle it. It's too much. So, oh well. Big push before the dump. Coming into the 5 minute fair value gap. Wick through consequent encroachment on the 15. Have not mitigated the hour. And we're on a minute too. So, but we're also getting closer and closer to that buy side liquidity. So, everything equal. Yeah, and I don't go for these anymore. I don't go for the big wick up. Not this time of day. Recently I saw that and I was like, oh, that's got to be the top. Papa Josh, 100%. Get it, buddy. No for value gap. No for value gap. Well, if I got to take 100 trades, I'm damn near a third of the way there. A simulator. Can't read. Break structure. For value gap right there. Bam. Bam. See if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, there's no fair value gap on the 30. Shrinking, shrinking, no good. Alright, waiting. No swings. No swings. Alright, simulator with 15 to 30 second data to test over different market conditions would be ideal. Because we don't work. Yeah, you're right, Brixmas. And since FX Replay doesn't have it, we're kind of. So I've got it on the market replay. It just doesn't gather your statistics for you, but I can buy and sell and track my stats and stuff. And I can back test back as far as I want to go on any time frame. I'm not sure how many weeks or months, but on the 15 or the 30, it's active on the replay. So I could go back to any point in time and just run it and forward test, different time frames. I did that a little bit when I was trying to figure out how to use the trailing stop. But if enough of us are doing it and, sharing our feedback on it, using the channel, posting backtest results, posting, ideas, things like that, I think we get the most bang for, we have the most potential to figure out what's going to be ideal. Because trust me, this group that we're in, we're probably the ones that are going to be the most easily adaptable to this. Because we're not breaking anybody's, we're not taking any money from anybody. It's like, can you imagine M7? M7's not going to show anybody this stuff. Over at DR, they're never going to hear about this. And if you get caught talking about it or trading it, they're going to, from what I heard, you could get kicked out. So, not a lot of information is going to be, there's not going to be a lot of collaboration by people that are already in groups because they've got a vested interest on keeping them wrapped up in their model, their mentorships, and this is a mentorship breaker right here if it works. I'll shout it from the treetops. Don't pay anybody shit. Won't make me popular, but that's not the goal. I told someone today, freely I have received, freely I give. Okay, little bitty baby breaking structure. Little bitty, don't even want to take it fair value gap. If it holds. Don't hold. Okay, thank you. I'm going to call that the crystal. Is she still in here? Oh, yeah, she
I did take that for value gap.
I got the fire move, I got the AT scalp, and I got the crystal entry. I'm talking about the the math, not crystal. Crystal with a C. That's my little math entry. I gotta get in there. I gotta get that one tick. Give me that one tick. All right, Nothing interesting right here. Little baby swing up here. Big swing down here. No swing there. Nothing there. So PM Silver Bullet hour is over, but I know that got extended here recently. Now it's a 2-hour window or two 1-hour Silver Bullet windows. So I think I trade this till 2:30, 3:30 New York time, and then I start setting up for the fire move on my. I'm still trying to pass these other 10 evals. I think I'm just going to take fire moves on that. It doesn't benefit me to try to use this unless I was just really serious about passing, but I'm not as serious about passing these as I am these other 10. I kind of don't want to go too fast because I want some time, but if I do pass them before they turn to PAs, then I have to maybe be a little more serious with it. Right now it's good investment for live testing and having skin in the game, but don't want to have all the pressure of it yet. I just hope brokers, props won't tell us no high frequency trading bots allowed. This isn't HFT though. I mean, Brixmas. Nobody's using a bot. Or you think they might think with all of us trading it? If we got 50 or 100 people and they're seeing all these trades hit at the same time? No, there's thousands and thousands of contracts hitting. Although, did you guys see what happened to Dave from Dave FX? He got a warning or maybe I don't know, suspension, something from his broker saying that he was engaging in manipulative behavior somehow, maybe because he had streams and a bunch of people doing something. You have to go look at his tweet. He's got a tweet where he talks about it, and I don't know what the results of that was, but just something to think about. Cashicana wouldn't matter; they couldn't say anything, but it said something about manipulating the sim environment, unrealistic conditions, some blah blah blah. All right, fair value gap, break structure. If it holds right there, we go short. No fair value gap yet on the 32nd. I'd be curious to see if when the 32nd doesn't appear, if I lose more often also. Because you also have a negative signal. If you don't get a positive signal on the 32nd, it's taken as a negative. But if you get it, you can look at it either way, I guess, if you win or lose. I could say, well, it didn't deliver on the higher time frame, which was a stronger signal. All right, so there's my 2 candles, no trade. No decision, right? A lot of times you don't even have to worry about it. It just doesn't put you in that situation. Now, on the 32nd, hold it. On the 32nd, we do have the break structure. We're still on the second candle. No, that's the break structure one. Didn't quite hit the little boxy box. Second candle's got 8 seconds. 5, 3, no trade. Okay. That's one I would have liked to see. You know, I want to win the ones on the 32nd that I don't see on the 15th. Then I feel like I'm accomplishing something by having 2 different time frames. Because if I don't gain anything by it, then it's just extra complexity that's, you know, it's waste. I could have my minute over here, my 5 minute, I could be trading, you know. Oh man, I could trade the 10. No, I couldn't, because I couldn't copy. Wait a minute. I could copy trade over here. I just turn off my ATM, select my group. I could copy trade over here and single trade over here. Man, you better stop. The the options for this are just incredible. I could literally trade my 1050Ks over here, and I could scalp over here on the 150s. If if this doesn't, pan out to be as good as, worth if the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
I just passed this evaluation.
No, you didn't. You better stop.
I did. It took me 35 minutes. I passed the evaluation. I've made $2,200 on this eval.
Post that in the chat so I can clip that.
I'm not kidding.
I believe you, Crystal. Believe me, I believe you.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll.
Oh, you know what? I was too busy talking to you and I didn't close out in time, so now I need $70 more to
Oh,
pass it. I think I can do it though.
I think you probably can. Yeah, was that? What was that? What kind of account type?
It was a 25K, but it was down. Like I only
Oh,
had
that's right.
$50 left on it.
That's
I'd
right.
given up on it.
And it's worked its way back up.
Uh-huh.
And you're just trading this?
Yeah, just since I had to close out Ninja Trader. I was been trading my sim and I came back in and my sim account wasn't selected. I'm glad it wasn't my PA. Well, though, I mean, it would have worked out, but
Right.
it was that evaluation account just came up
So
and
you
I just started trading and yeah, that was 1134.
and you made how
This is
much
all
on
I've been trading.
today?
It was 2100. Now it says 2060 on that
You got
account.
like 2 grand. Are you doing the 3 contracts and the 3 targets?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't doubt it. I mean, yeah, I don't doubt it. And you're doing the 15 second?
Yeah.
Wow. You're a beast, man. I mean,
I think this style works for me.
I
That's
think
what
it
I'm thinking.
does. Yeah. Here I'm over here saying, yeah, this is gangster stuff. And Crystal's like, yawn. Accidentally passing evals and stuff. That's awesome. Are you talking to
Guys, I'm
me?
gonna jump off for the weekend
Okay.
and for Christmas. I hope everyone has a blessed Christmas with their families and their loved ones. Please be safe, and we'll talk to you all next week.
Yep. Okay. You too, Mason. Appreciate it. Um, Blab's fee. No, I'm doing it as close as I can to what the creator, all by his rule set. The one loss I took was by the rule set, but against the discretionary, knowledge that we have about structure and premium discount, all of that. So I didn't need to take that. I just wanted to see, does it always give 6 points if 6 points are available. So I had 6 points to get to the top of a place where I normally never would have went long, and just wanted to see. Other than that, strictly following his rules. And doesn't matter if it's a one tick break of structure. It doesn't matter if it's a one tick fair value gap. There's no, you don't worry about size of anything. Size does not matter for a change. Yeah, it's very, very, very impressive. Okay, possible break of structure maybe. Got some swings in here. And it's cool because I'm not worried about, inverse fair value. I'm not worried about fair value gaps that I'm going into. I'm just setting up my little marker and taking the trades. There's nothing else to think about. Before, we're always like, all right, where's that breaker? Where's that thing? Okay, so break structure, fair value gap right there. On the buy button. Let's turn around right here and leave that top, come back, tag me in, and go back up. That's what I need to see. 2 candles to do it. 1 candle to do it. Let's pop down there and get a 50% retracement right here. You can do it. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nope, no trade. 1, 2, 3. So that's how close I'm following it. I mean, that would have been it right there. And he says, you know, occasionally that'll go on to win, but over the long haul, if it's not the second candle, right? And if I would have been in there, I might not have been able to catch this short if it forms, you know. So there's that too. It's that quick where you know if you make the wrong decision, if you would have waited just a second, you know, it might have came back to you, just the other way around. So no break of structure on this. No trade. Nothing over here. Actually, on the 32nd, this was a long. Dang it. Right? Right there. Long. Tap back through it. I'm going to buy. Just because I missed it, I'm in the same area where I would have bought anyway, so I'm going to take the trade. It hit on the 32nd, and that's the data I'm trying to collect right now. So win or lose, for purposes of trying to figure out if this works or not, that's why I took that. Because legit, this candle broke structure, left the fair value gap, big retest, granted, you know, it only needs to go to here, huge retest, and then turn around. So I missed it here, but because it was still there in the area, I'd take it. So now what it does is anyone's guess. Obviously, I feel good about look at that. The 12 points puts me in just a good place. That's deeper than I would go of my own discretion, but it's a really good place. You know, we don't have to come down here and take all this liquidity before going back up. If we do, that'll suck, but there's a lot of ticks between here and here at least. So what's my drawdown? 86 points, so halfway there. Yeah, it looks like she's following it, you know, pretty much the same way. So yeah, I did join his Discord. I got the indicator too. I just I've become wrapped up with this, so I'm kind of waiting to get feedback from you guys and have someone say, you know, oh, this is easy. This is, you know, you got to try this, and to pull me away from this right now. Bam. All right. Out. So 30-second loss. Structure wise, not a terrible trade. You know, offered the points to come back up here at least. It just chose buy side first, and then, you know, if it ticks me out to right here, right? Look at that. You know, 1 tick, 2 ticks, 2 ticks. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's on its way back up now. So I'm going to look for longs. Try to get right back in. There was a bullish fair value gap. Or wait. Yeah, this one right here. On the 32nd, this fair value gap right here. This candle broke this structure, created this fair value gap, punched through. So I went short. No, I went long on this fair value gap, expecting to turn around. The bearish fair value gap, was it a setup? No. It didn't break structure. And I was already in the trade, so I couldn't have, you know. So now I can feel a little bit of hesitation about taking the 30-second now. Not gonna lie. 15-second didn't deliver. It's been my bread and butter. If the 15 seconds better, I can still utilize both accounts, but take the better entry if it does turn out to be the better entry. And that's what this is for, is trying to figure that out. I don't know of a better way to do it than just, you know, load these accounts up and see. Trade them like I would trade, you know, any other eval. Take it as seriously, follow the rules, and see what I get. I don't think, you know what, the only thing is, here's the problem with this trade. If I would have used the gone box, I wouldn't have got stopped out, right? Because my entry would have been up in here somewhere instead of down in here somewhere. No, wait a minute. I would have got in higher, so my stop would have been higher. Yeah, I still would have got stopped out. Never mind, I had it backwards. Whew. I actually got in lower for the long. If it would have went long, I would have made more money because I was lower on the entry. So it didn't cost me to trade. Like I say, I don't mind anything that I do. I want to be wrong, not the strategy, because I can fix me. I can make adjustments, and you can do that to some degree with the strategy. But if it's already, you know, hitting and winning, any mistakes that are made, I want to say, oh yeah, I could have done this different. I could have done that different. I can make a change and eliminate that as a possibility. That gives me a lot more confidence in what I'm doing. If it fails a lot and I'm taking every mechanical entry perfectly and doing everything right, then your confidence starts to slide a little bit. You're like, you know, it doesn't deliver, you know, doesn't deliver the goods as much. But so no break a swing there, no break a swing there. And again, this is a crap price action, mostly sideways, you know, other than, you know, this move here. Had a good run up from London, and then after that it was chop, 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 chop for an hour and a half. Little move, chop, 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 chop. Little move up, slow, big dump, big up, and now chop, 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 chop. So I capitalized where there were moves. But with better price action, you might get, you know, trends that just keep going, pullbacks, you keep taking trades. Who knows what this looks like on a really amazing day. Can't wait to see. What's drawdown looking like? So that's a hit on the drawdown, no doubt, because I was maybe went into profit. So $800 approximately. I don't know where I was at in drawdown though, so I can't really say. Okay, so everybody got. Break a structure. Paying more attention to the 15-second, obviously. I want to see this come back deep. 50% OTE would work. It's got to do it quick though. Second candle, probably not going to make it 9 seconds. Alright, no entry there. Still waiting on the 30-second. If it jumps enough, I've got a 30-second possibility right here. So that's interesting. The 15-second will invalidate sooner than the 30-second if it's in the same fair value gap area, which makes sense. I've still got 8 seconds here. I'm in. So in on the 30-second again. Over here, big breaking structure. I didn't draw that fair value gap for shit. I hope I'm still in. Yeah, still in, no problem. We don't need a lot. We just need these equal highs to fall. So my game plan has to be to get ready to move this stop. I'm going to granny it up a little bit just to get it closer into the area. Whoa! Oh, I hit my, okay, I'm break even. Wow, man, that freaked me out. I need to get the fib out of here. Waiting for second take profit. Get the fib out, to move these stops up if it hits this line to this line. So if I get this, these come up. And I really need to see this trailing stop again, so I hope we got enough over here. If we just reach up here to get this, that would be amazing. Whether or not we do, I don't know. But let's see what happens. Nice push. All you do is go up there and pop that. I can move this up to catch 6 more points on the third contract. I'm taking entries on whichever model presents. So sometimes it'll show on the 30 but not the 15. Sometimes it shows on the 15 but not the 30. Whichever one it shows, I buy both. Because as it's fractal, it's putting the targets and stops in the same places point-wise. I'm just getting twice the opportunities to find those entries. Come on, this is NQ. You can do it. Get up in there. NQ, NQ. Get my cheerleading going on. What do we got here? Order block maybe. Tap that. Pop back up. Pretty sure we have to take this. We're too close not to. And this is where I lose, you know, I lose drawdown here a little bit if it comes against me. But since I'm in profit on one, I've got 2 riding right now. That's not good. I don't like the 1 tick fail. $85. So I'm not gonna. All right. So I got my second take profit on that one. That's interesting. Yeah, I got my second take profit on that one, but this one was off by 1 tick. Or maybe I didn't. No, it was automatic. So it should have. The 1 tick that it took me to switch from one to the other. That's what that was. It was a 1 tick difference in my buy. And I didn't know how that was going to affect things, honestly. I mean, I'm fine. I'm still in profit, you know, well in profit on these. But from going just as much as price moved for me to click this buy button to click that buy button, there was like a tick difference because I hit my profit on this one. And I need to be trailing now at 8 points, 210. No, see, 89, so 81, 83, 84, something like that. It doesn't look like it's trailing, but I might have messed it up moving them around too. Still pretty sure we pop up and take that before we come down too much. I will give it the swing and a tick or two just to see. But it's looking good for take right here. I'm actually going to move both those up. If we take the top one, I'll have to manually trail and push. So we want plenty of room to push in case it comes to that. Okay, I won't have to worry about that for a little while. All I have to do is trail these up behind it if this gets tapped. Give it enough room for the little rate on stops, couple ticks. Do we come back down and hit it again? I've got 2 more ticks I can give it, 3 ticks more if I need it. Give it the full point. There we go. I like a point for some reason, I don't know. Oh, but I didn't move it on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that wouldn't have mattered. It ticked through, so no problem. Good trade. Back up to, you know, over 3 grand. That was a 30 seconds, right? Yeah, that was a 30-second winner. So I've got a 30-second winner and a 30-second loser. That's fine. Did this one? No, this one didn't reach within the 2 candles. So no entry on the 15, but by taking it on the 30, I was still able to win on the 15 because it went to the same places, if that makes sense. Awesome, awesome stuff, man. Yeah, I'll bet. I'm struggling a little bit with the trailing stop, but I can do that. I mean, I don't need it. It's nice to have, but I can push that as long as I push the ultimate take profit up into, you know, ultimate draw on liquidity. All I gotta do then is just move these up, move them up, move them up. I might not be as precise on the points, but I can use my levels, use my order blocks, fair value gaps, things like that, and make sure I'm in a good place on either one. I didn't hit your stop by 1 tick. Right on. I had, what kind of drawdown did I have here? Really none. I mean, it just went from here up to here. So, um, had I left it at break even, right, I'd still be in. But I think more often than not, no, I wouldn't have. Break even plus 2, I still would have got tagged out. So that was a good decision to kind of, you know, move it up. I didn't like that I got 1 ticked up here, and that immediately made me squeamish, thinking, you know, I'm not going to let it come all the way. I'm not going to miss it by 1 tick. I'll get extra profit. I'll go up above break even, and I'll make sure it's a bigger win than it would have been otherwise. So I made how much on that decision? 85, 83, 7, 2.5 points. That's huge on, you know, three contracts across 2 accounts. Good move. So no break of structure yet. Fair value gap above. It left some nice, you know, it left really nice liquidity here though. So we look for that to, you know, definitely got upside and downside targets. So either side's in play right now. Either side, and I like that. I don't want to have to go, oh, I hope it goes long. Oh, I hope it goes short, right? No break of structure, no fair value gap, too high, so nothing to do right now. Wait. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop and I'm going to switch over now because I want to do the other thing. So I'm going to close that one, go to this account, my single group, and 86 as my lead. Get to micros, 40, no ATMs, minute time frame, and we're going to try to hit the fire move. That's still, you know, I will always try to get this trade. This is like, and it's setting up. Yeah, it's long all day on the fire move. Long all day. In the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I'd love to see it up in here somewhere. Ideally, to really make it clean, and high probability for me, it doesn't even need to take that really. It could even stay under that a little bit because we're looking at only 20 points from there to the top. So yeah, at 250, 350 in 14 minutes, I'd like to see price in this box. If it's in the lower part of this box, and this guy could drag this down, it's just, I don't know. There is probably stuff in here that would be considered resistance. If it's up above it, well, for this move, it doesn't matter. It'll cut through anything that's in, you know, if it's going to go up here, it doesn't matter what's in the way. That's just the way it runs. So I'd like to see all of these tops still in play, these tops still in play, and this stuff still in play. If all this is in play at 250, when we get our, you know, end of session Judas, or whatever you want to call it, good to go. So I want to draw out, no, yeah, that's really nice right there. We got that. We got this. And on this move, I will pull down a couple ticks, not aiming for the exact top. So that would take, yeah, I'm looking for the closes, to go above the closes. There's no wicks here, so I've just found a lot of times it'll go right up to it, a tick or two below, and stop, drop, consolidate, and then worm its way back up there, and it's just not worth 2 ticks to me. So that's from back testing, that's from trading it live. Alright, so I want price below these equal highs here, below these equal highs here, and up in here somewhere ideally to make a stop raid on this liquidity that's being created right now. If I get that, it's even a bonus. So price is up in here somewhere. Stop raid right here. If it raids it now, then we got 12 minutes for it to create some more down here, and then a push down. If it pushes down right here, I buy on the wick and I give it 5 points and hold on tight. All right, Crystal, good job. This 30-second strat is money. It is money. Yep, we'll do it again next week. Boyo. Is Boyo in here? No Boyo? No. He shows up every once in a while for the fire move. So we're steadily taking. Makes it a little harder to find the run-on stops if it doesn't give something. But this could be the, the sell side purge. I found it's harder to take the long in here because then you have sell side under you, and the push up could be the raid, right? This push up could be the raid for the turnaround to come back and take this liquidity and this liquidity. So ideally, it leaves the liquidity at the bottom, and just before taking off, it punches down through it, and that's when you get in. That's when you buy. Once that sell side's been raided, because you expect the counter move on this move all the time. It's always, that's what you're looking for. So you need it to be coming down, expecting it to go up, and that's, if you wait till it goes up, then you're kind of in no man's land. Your stop is going to be points away from where it could have been. So I commented on, this having such a good hit rate also, that I have a lot of confidence buying on strong down candles right here, if I have a high enough conviction that these are the targets. And with this market, this liquidity, this, I don't know. I've only been trading this a few months too, so I really don't know. If I get what I need to see though, I'll get in and we'll find out. We will mess around and find out. Phil, what's up? Good to see your Sapphire doing her job. Kicking these bums out that are throwing spam links in here and stuff. I had another guy asking me for Bitcoin or something for PayPal money. So 8 minutes. No matter what, I need to see, a low broken before I'm gonna go long. Unless, so here's the caveat. If it screams, if it takes off and just screams with so much energy, and leaves a fair value gap, I will get in up in here somewhere once I know that this isn't the turnaround, right? This isn't the target. It'll rip up here. It'll, hardly any pullback. I'll get in on a big green candle right here, because that's usually not the stop hunt. The raid is normally like a quicker, a pump up and then a pullback and then some vibration and then it goes the other way. So I have gotten in on this late and picked up the last, 5 points off the top, which I'd have to get in. Let's say 21, so 16.25. Yeah, I could get in all the way up here. I'll be in here somewhere. I'll still get my 5 points. I've done that multiple times. Because it didn't give me the raid, but it gave me the move. And when you recognize the energy of the move, and you see, a huge green displacement candle looks really obvious right here, especially one that holds price and doesn't, just come back down or creates a fair value gap and doesn't whip around back into it. Sometimes I'll wait a little bit, sometimes I'll just jump in, but until I get spanked enough not to do it, that's my approach. It's been working really good. And this is the move we're going to do the tutorial on. Just, go back over and show some different charts on what price action looked like to the left, because that's everything. You've got to have this stair step. And it has to be whatever the right market conditions are where it needs to punch. We're on Friday. Friday is a good day for, punches. But it's also the TGIF thing. So, we're at all-time high last week. I'm on NQ over there. Alright. No wonder that wasn't lining up for me. At 48.31. So I don't see how that works. That's previous week. I need this current week. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I need to go here and here. Thursday. Wednesday. Yeah. Alright, so 30% would put us at 47.98. 47.98. So a 30% retracement on the week is right here. That's TGIF. Look at that. Holy crap. You don't get much. 47.98. 47.98, yeah, that's the 30% retracement right there. So if it went up, then it's not a retracement. It would be a weekly high. Yeah, I don't know. I can't call it. Not good enough with that yet to really know. I'm trying to, on Fridays, I want to at least have some knowledge of what my 30% retracement would be on the weekly range. And that's 30% right there, approximately. But that would be the close, so 20 to 30%. So in here somewhere would be where we would expect to close on a TGIF. It doesn't necessarily have to go up and then just retrace back. I mean, if the weekly high is back here somewhere on the daily candle, that retracement back, down, up, down, ends up being back here somewhere. This would be all wick on that candle, and the close would be down here. So that would be all the wick, the 30% retracement down into this area, 20 to 30%. So if it's TGIF, I probably don't get my wish. If not, then I can't see it screaming up there like that though on this kind of volume and this kind of, I guess we'll see, you know, if it does, then that's all algo. That's all algo. So I usually kind of zoom in on it right here, and then I'll zoom back out once we start heading for something. So within the next couple minutes, ideally this gets taken, but yeah, I wait. I wait for that to be taken, because a lot of times I'll get the quick move right here. I'll get in here, and then it continues on down. And I recognize that if I just would have waited, I risk missing the trade though when I do that. So it's kind of a balance between trying to figure out. $250 coming up, $350. Couple strong candles down would be great right here. It's got to go down before it can go up. It's in striking distance. Alright, so this is the 250. This is where we inspect, you know, technically this is, you know, it rated stops 249. It doesn't have to take that last little bit. I'm just trying to see. I could get in here at 80 and have plenty of room to get below it. Yeah, odds are that if that's it, that was it. Now I can't get to where I want to get. So we need to come back down. I'm in at 01, 0150, 9650. I will pull this down, put my line right there. That's my mental stop. I don't need it now, but a lot of times I want to have that wick. I want to be prepared for the wick down, so I put a mental stop here, and depending on how it approaches, tells me how I, you know, if it comes down and just withers its way down here and takes a lot of time off the clock, then I just get out. This is my stop. But in case it comes down here and then wicks down, I don't want to get taken out just right under this point right here. So oh wait, I don't need, I'm not gonna get greedy with it. It's, you know, we've got maybe two fair value gaps here. I can be break even with a little bit of confidence, I think. No way we take all of it. No way. And I don't need all of it, honestly. If I get that, that's daily goal. Yeah. So I'm either going to be break even +1, or I'll get my daily goal. Now this is every day. Every day that I can trade it, you know. Uh, 8 seconds. I want to see a fair value gap. I want to see two fair value gaps hold. There's a mitigation block right here. Even call it the top of maybe an order block. I don't know. But we're also in breaker block up here. We have to get through. But you know, that's immaterial. This stuff doesn't matter. The levels are what matters. And if it's going to go to here, it doesn't matter what's in the way. So I think I'm going to be, again, the energy matters. If it flies up, I don't want it to just run into my thing. If it bleeds its way up here, then I probably just mark it out right here. Like if it's doing this, I'm probably just going to mark it out. It's not showing great energy yet. And it really feels like a lethargic close. I'd be surprised if it closes in the range though. It's just not what it normally does. But this price action is really, really, really slow for the kind of move I'm used to seeing. This isn't it. Still got 6 minutes, so try to hold up and see if this fair value gap holds up. That break even is nothing but statistics' sake, really. But it's in a good enough place where I feel okay about it. And maybe there's a point where, you know, when it does this, I just get out and just take my money. I don't know. I have seen it go up short of my ultimate target and just stop and kind of consolidate. And then in the last hour, just, no. So I think I just, you know, I'm going to risk the $50 to try to get the, the bigger money. That's just risk reward thinking. Why cut my winners short? I have no opportunity to lose here other than a little bit of drawdown, but what, I'm at 24.75. It's fine. Um, there's enough. I got enough room to give it a couple more swipes at the sell side before the move up. We're in a order block here. So yeah, I mean, I'm where I want to be. I gave it action. If it keeps coming and coming and coming, then if it mitigates the fair value gap, all of that, then it's not the energy that I'm looking for. Normally this bounces up and just takes off. This isn't the move, but I'm in it, and I'm going to give it to break even to see if I can turn it around. Yeah, I know, Seth. I said it like that so it wouldn't expire on me because I'm not sure yet. Here within the next couple weeks, most likely. A few weeks, somewhere in here. I've kind of got some information. I'm trying to consolidate, sort out a little bit. And it's just going to be, I mean, you're probably getting the better knowledge on it just watching me trade it because I won't be able to trade it live when we talk about it, but we'll go over charts and sort of talk about what the what the idea is. But just watching is, I do the same thing every time. Look for the same thing. Mental stop, stop, liquidity. Today was a shitty market, shitty day as far as price action, I think. Right? So can't really judge anything by what we're seeing right now. If this 30-second model wasn't hitting, I would still come back in January and be completely enthused to try it under better market conditions. My gut tells me this doesn't work, but guts are made to be wrong. I just, the top side liquidity is closer than the bottom. There's more of it. So there's plenty of time though for it to do both. Alright, the 3 o'clock candle's about to pump here. Maybe I don't know, man. Let's see if it takes the top. If it leaves the fair value gap, I stick around. It did take the close price of that up candle, which means something. 13 seconds left. We could still get a nice rip up here easily. Let's shoot for that. Let's shoot for closing prices on this. right here. Fire move. And all I wanted to take was, right, here's that tick I don't want to fight for, right? Here's the 2 ticks I don't want to fight for at all, right here. Right now I'm panicking. I'm like, oh, I had my target. I was so close, blah, blah, blah. Even this much time is too much. Right now I'm pissed off. So I just eliminate that, go to the tops of the bodies. Algorithmically, that's a point of interest. It's done its job when it's, institutionally, when it's taken that price right there. Doesn't say it can't go up, but it's not worth it to me to fight this 2 ticks. Well, if y'all ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. We got the soundboard over here. Right on. So that's it, man. That's the best execution I think I can show you. Luckily, I got this on video because that's everything you want to know about this move, basically. In today's environment that we had, and the price action after the 250 candle pushing up to the 3 o'clock candle, this was my target. I knew. It just didn't display. If you go back and look at some of my images, this is one candle up to here. If it's going to reach for this, right, you got one candle that just screams up, a little bit of a bump and up, and sometimes just straight up. So that's always what's on my mind when I take it, but I'm also aware of what feels highest probability, if that makes sense. It's a good trade, man. I'm telling you, this thing hits just. Um, I've got, as good a percentage of wins on this as I do on the other one. 90s. It either doesn't show, like this one I took on. It was discretionary. You had your initial run on stops. This was a run on stops. We took sell side liquidity just before the candle. Got a nice push up. My 5 points got me where I needed to be. So I had to make a quick decision right here. I was kind of struggling. I was like, but you know what? At the end of the day, see trade, take trade, and that's what you want to see, right? I mean, so very happy with that. I better cancel my better cancel my orders, right? That's what happens when I don't. Is I get triggered back in, and boom. Yeah, thanks, guys. Will cry, Papa Josh. Right on. Yeah, Sub Zero. This was my bread and butter setup before we came out with the 8 trades came out with the Scalp. I would get this 3 times a week. Sometimes this would save my day. I'd be red, come in here and hit this for a huge gain. A lot of times you'll get this too on a normal volume volatility. Especially on like a triple witching week or something like that. Oh man, it's all good. And it's relatively predictable just based on buy side and sell side. The buy side was obvious. Sell side only had this, and it's got a limited. The best part about this is the market is squeezed by time, right? It's got a certain amount of time to have that volume to make that push, to do what it's trying to do. So there's usually not a lot of counter movement up to the initial target, right? You get some consolidation. Very rarely does it come up, come all the way back down, and then go all the way back up. You either won it or you lost it, and you know pretty quick. So yep, all right, guys, cry. Take care. I'm done myself, so hope y'all enjoyed the stream today. I'm gonna tweet this video, and if y'all want to reshare it, that'd be great. So I want to try to get the word out on this guy's stuff and grow this Discord. So that's a good way to help. Enjoy your Christmas. If I don't see you before New Year's, be careful. Stay safe. Yeah, you bet, JJ. We'll see you Thursday, JJ. Thursday at 4 if y'all want to get some ninja trading, tutorial work. Maybe we'll try to figure some stuff out with this ATMs and copier and all that stuff. We got a lot of work to do, but man, we got some good stuff going on. All right, peace. And that's it, YouTube. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it. Stop by, say hi.